Hi, my name is Laura Budofsky Wisniewski, and I'm going to read a few poems from my debut collection, Sanctuary, Vermont. But first, I want to very much thank Sherry and Rebecca of Literary North for inviting me to read these poems. All the poems in this book are set in an imaginary town in Vermont, and the poems are in the voices of lots of different speakers. And though they're based on research, all the people and places are fictional. There are two sections, then and now, and the next poem is from then. The Great Flood, 1927. Here at the bend, Pond Brook has overrun its banks. A man in a thin black tie and high black boots slogs from shack to shack, warning us to seek high ground. And you, with your fine wife, your clean sons, your house of high calm from which you can look down from Buckthorn Hill, you see us, the swamp of our town, the roads tracked out like tears to the farmlands, some by now deep underwater, livestock bawling, drowning in rain, rain that kills the air, leaving only itself, more and more of itself. I can smell your skin on the good quilt, feel your baby swim hard in me, as if there were a river that led all the way to the sea. The next poem, in the next poem, the speaker is of French-Canadian descent and Catholic. And I say that because the Ku Klux Klan gained a foothold briefly in Vermont in the mid-1920s, and most KKK activities were aimed at immigrants and Catholics, though their targets, of course, included all non-white, non-Protestants. Peonies, 1924. In June, the petals of Maman's white peonies bloomed against the picket fence, spreading out like mirth unbidden, like girls dressed fancy, laughing over nothing. So it seemed the year the Klan sprang up, like mushrooms after rain, sudden, strange. The night the Klan burnt down our picket fence, there was no moon. The shouts woke me. I'd never heard the sound of hate before, but I knew it the way a horse knows fire. The sight, the pointed hoods thrown back, like ladies' bonnets on a windy day, their faces torch-lit. Among them, my own beau, Augustus Bannister, his mother, his father mad with drink. I'd seen a wild dog's mouth twist like that. The peonies are gone. Maman let the charred ground lay. Papa sleeps with his rifle near. The Klan did that, like mold to hay, and my blossom days ended. Sometimes the corn's silk is gold, while there's rot in the cob. It's the same with the world, and it's best to know. And one more poem from the Now section. I wrote this poem at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, and of course at that time I thought we'd be done with all this in a year. The difference between a year and a lifetime. For a year you can exalt in a feather. For a year you can forget what hit you, forget the blade that cut through the turpentine of mango. For a year, you can plan the party you will throw when the year is over, or plan an assignation at the corner of thyme and jasmine. For a year, you can read the headlines, feed the sparrow, listen for wing beats just outside of earshot, beat the ground for earthworms, excavate the dreams you dreamed the year before. For a year, you can be lonely as pajamas in the daytime, lonely as the doorknob, lonely as the threshold, lonely as the light shaft on the polished wooden floor. You can do it for a year. A year is just a door you are slowly walking through. But a lifetime is this window, its eye, that sky, this wind. Thank you very much.